Ay, ay.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy JG Tennis back with another video today. So currently I'm at work, but I am going to film a video explaining what I thought about the Spider-Man movie. So let's get it on. So Spider-Man Brand New Day. Spider-Man Brand New Day was one of the most anticipated movies of the summer. And let me tell you, it did live up to the hype. It absolutely lived up to the hype. It lived it up. It really did. So what would I say? And if you haven't watched it, then go watch it now. I would say that it had a really good feel. It was much more different than the other Spider-Man movies. Of course, as it is supposed to be as it's supposed to be, a brand new day. A different Spider-Man, different stuff. He's now grown, right? And Spider-Man is the hero of New York. So what makes this such a different feel? It is that it starts off with, of course, you know, after the events of No Way Home, Spider-Man decides to not tell MJ, right? So now he chooses to be isolated. That people don't know Peter Parker. But you know who people do know? Spider-Man. People know Spider-Man. Then it goes to a premature like some phases or some steps of things of him fighting other villains like Scorpion, Tombstone, and Tarantula, and some others, and the Hand, and one other person. So pretty cool, right? Then you have finally the major conflict. Spider-Man is stopping a tank, but while he's stopping the tank comes Frank Castle. Frank Castle, the Punisher, who I love. I'm a very big Punisher fan. I watched the special, and I've watched the series. So the Punisher is in there too, for like a quick second, for a quick few minutes in the first half, and then you know you have this conflict where these people are being mind controlled, right? Who is mind controlling them? And as you look at this, the action is good, and it's so good to watch. And then you finally get to have the scene where he sees his best friend, Ned. You see Ned create Spider Tracker, and you see MJ, but they don't know him. You can go ask. Yeah, I'm also at work, guys, while I'm filming this video. I wanted to film this at my house, but I'm not going home today. So, what happened next? You know, Spider-Man is sad because, of course, you know, he thought that the girl that he had to do a spell to make MJ forget, and MJ moved on with a new girl. I mean, oh shoot, MJ moved on with a new dude. So now, Spider-Man then has his powers, or his arachnidae is kind of say mutating or evolving because of this trauma. Sometimes Spider-Man has to do the hard things, even if it breaks Peter Parker's heart. Even if it breaks his heart. Then the movie goes on to go on about him trying to control it. And then you see one of them, like a rumored character, but it was already rumored, Jean Grey. Then you have a fight sequence with the Hulk. You have Punisher even coming in, helping the fight, and it's a really cool sequence. And then, like, you finally see that damage control is behind it all. But I would say that, like, how the final act was, like, as much as I do it, I think, hey, Nick! Oh, I can't think. I think it's the best Spider-Man movie I've ever seen. But I would say that there's something, but I think that they could have done better with some of the scenes. Like, I wish we could have seen more of Scorpion as like a villain role. Seen more of Punisher as well. Seen more Tombstone. Maybe saying that they all have a plot to take down like damage control, and an all-out war comes on. That would have been very fun, but they did what they could with the story, and it was pretty good. Even the hand. You know, one thing that I was like, what they did good is that they told a more personal Spider-Man story, and then at the ending was pretty good too, with him saying that he is both Spider-Man and Peter Parker, and even choosing to save somebody. So here's the good. The good was, it was a more personal Spider-Man story. He had a motive. You had almost a lot of the action that you wanted to see. The bad, there was no really, well, the bad would be like not seeing more of some of these characters. Like, say for instance, Scorpion. We've been waiting for years to see the Scorpion, even though it wasn't actually him, it was him mind controlled. We wanted to see Tombstone. We wanted to see everybody get a role. Because I wanted to see everybody get a role. But they did what they could, and they made Jean Grey the real villain. Now, of course, you know her motives. I would kind of say, like, the way they put her as like a villain at the start, where she literally were gonna hurt. Okay. Where Jean Grey was the main villain, but then it's seen that she's not actually here, I kind of would say, okay, maybe that wasn't the right idea, but and they did the same thing in the Thunderbolts too, talking down the villain. But overall, I thought it was the best Spider-Man movie ever, and this is what I think about all the Spider-Mans. Like, every Spider-Man movie could have done more. The first Spider-Man movie, right? 2000 or 1999 with 2000 or 2001. We could have had more scenes. More scenes. Spider-Man 2. It spent a lot of his time talking about him losing his powers, when we could have had a story about the difference between Spider-Man and Peter Parker. And then Spider-Man 3, they could have done more with the villain. Like, it was a lot of stuff. And they could have done better and even do more with Venom. Cause they didn't spend a lot of time on Venom. Then of course you have the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. Like, they could have done better with the Lizard. Nothing.
Hey Aaron, if you want me to get it, I need you to get it.
If you want to. But it's also that the story is unbelievable.
Aaron, look at me right now. Look at me right now. Look at me right now. If you want me to get in the food, then you need to go in the food.
Amazing Spider-Man 1 was decent. Some things could have been good. Amazing Spider-Man 2, they could have done a lot better. Maybe saved the Green Goblin for Amazing Spider-Man 3, which we didn't get. Spider-Man Homecoming. They could have done a lot more with they could have done more of an origin, which you could have seen him origin. Spider-Man Far From Home. I think they could have had, if they had extra 30 minutes, it would have been good. It would have been much more better, which I still liked it though. And they could have done more. They could have done another country, go to another country or one more country with it. Spider-Man No Way Home. They could have had a better plot for it. As an experience, it was good. As a movie, it was pretty good, but they could have done a lot better with the main plot, like of them going into college. They could have done a multiversal threat like the Spot, just like how they did in Across the Spider-Verse. Or they could have done a big battle, messed up Doctor Strange's spell. Or maybe a battle with Mysterio again. And they could have had some more characters too. Like, in a multiversal movie, you want to see more characters, not just the main characters that we all know and love, but also more. They should have brought them in, because that would have been epic. And then Brand New Day. Of course, they did good with the story and more personal Spider-Man story. And they could have done a lot better, more with some of the characters they had, especially cameos. So that's what I would say. Well, that is my thoughts on the Spider-Man movie. And overall, it was a great movie. I already ranked my Spider-Man movies on TikTok and my Spider-Man villains. But the story, overall, pretty good. I love the movie. 10 out of 10 in my opinion. Even when there's stuff that they could have done better on, I still think of it as a 10 out of 10. That's what I think. Great movie, great dialogue. Could have done better with some of the characters they had. Could have done more. And that's all I have for today. It's a hot day. I gotta continue watching some kids. Continue watching kids. Coaching tennis. I got one video coming out about how my summer went. And after that, it's been your boy JG Tennis, and peace out.